I'm starting to think that Opendoor stock is my new favorite stock to sell options on. And if you're new here, welcome. We're going to take a look at selling a put on Opendoor and making income from doing so. Because you might have heard of people buying options, but have you ever considered the flip side of that and the people that sell the options? And my theory is you hear the saying that a lot of people that buy options actually end up losing in the end. So if I were to sell options, does that mean I end up winning majority of the time? And I've been selling options for well over a year now, making an extra income stream out of it. And before we get started, if you like this video, all I ask is that you hit that like button. That way it reaches more people. I really do appreciate it. If you want to join a private chat group where we talk about selling options, I share all of my trades, you can chat with me and others. Go check out the chat group in the description. We ended the week close to $215,000. And today I actually ended up selling a put on Opendoor. This one has a strike of $7.50. And if we scroll down below, we can see the history. I made $19 today selling one contract, one put option on Opendoor at $7.50. And this has an expiration of next Friday. So if Opendoor goes below $7.50, the person that bought this put has the right to sell me their shares, 100 of them, at $7.50, even if, Opendoor's down to, let's say, $6. And this is their way of basically buying an insurance policy for their shares of Opendoor. And I'm getting paid for insuring those shares. I was paid $19. And that $19 instantly hits my account, and I can withdraw it and I can take it to my bank account, or I could spend it, or I can reinvest it into shares of my favorite stocks. And if we look at the stats of this particular put, it has a delta of a 0.18. In other words, there's an 82% chance this thing will expire completely worthless. I won't have to worry about buying 100 shares of Opendoor, and I'll just move on after this coming Friday and look for my next option to sell. Let's look at other options on Opendoor because it's been super volatile lately, and with that volatility, you can make a lot in premium selling options, both calls and puts on Opendoor. If we look at selling a different put, an $8 strike has a delta of a 0.27, so it's still under that 0.3 threshold that I usually shoot for. In 1 week's time, you can make $32 selling this $8 strike put. If you're wondering what's the ROI when it comes to selling this put, I'm glad you asked. I actually have a calculator over on my website, selloptions.net. It's totally free. You can go check it out for yourself. Let's plug in these numbers and talk about what's the actual return on investment from selling a put like this. So the option type's obviously a put. The expiration is next Friday, so October 3rd. The expected premium is exactly as you see it here in Robinhood. It's 32 cents. This is per share, so 0.32. The strike price is $8. And let's say we sell a total of 4 contracts. We'll hit calculate, and here we can see the total premium gained in 7 days time, because today's Friday, so it's 7 days until the next Friday, the expiration, is $128. And the ROI here, this is the premium you get versus the money you have to set aside as collateral when you go to sell this put, is 4%. Guys, you're getting a 4% return selling an option like this. And this is why I've loved selling options on Opendoor lately, because of this crazy volatility and this crazy premium you can get from selling these options. And by the way, I'm not telling you to go out and do this. I'm just showing you what's possible. You can take this and apply it to your favorite stocks. You might hate Opendoor, and that's perfectly fine. But if you want to sell puts on your favorite stocks that you don't mind owning, you can apply this too and make some income that way if you decide to do so. But I love crunching numbers and seeing what options make the most sense for me to sell and get the most amount of value from selling those options. That's why I love using this calculator, because it tells me just that. The amount of collateral you would need to make this exact trade. So when you sell a put, you need the amount of cash on hand in order to sell it, because Robinhood will tie up that cash just in case you are assigned the shares and have to purchase them. You would need $3,200 in your account, whether that's margin or actual cash, while this option is still open. So just keep that in mind. If you do a trade like this, Guys, this one trade would buy me Chipotle for the entire week. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, like I said, hit that like. If you want to join our private selling options chat group, go check it out in the description. We'd be happy to have you there and talk to you, and I hope to see you in a future video.